Ok, ciao a tutti, sono Filippo di LavoroDalPortatile.com o .it, devo ancora sistemare i redirect dei domini, averla tutta. Questo è il primo video di una serie, ammettendo che riesca a resistere a farne altre, che riguarda il mondo del lavoro online, dell'apertura di attività online o di lavoro da freelance online. L'obiettivo è quello di spingere più italiani possibile a abbracciare questo tipo di lavoro, no? Di mentalità, della mentalità del essere indipendenti e poter lavorare quando si vuole, quanto si vuole. Il format, chiamiamolo così, è quello dell'intervista video con persone che hanno già raggiunto buoni risultati o che sono sul cammino, solo nel cammino, vabbè, insomma, avete capito. Molte delle persone con cui proverò a parlare sono straniere, però ci saranno anche alcuni italiani, e il denominatore comune in tutto questo sarà il parlare dei risultati concreti, quindi niente fuffa. Cercherò di tagliare il più possibile la fuffa, voglio che le persone dicano: questi sono stati i miei ricavi, questo è stato il mio profitto netto, e questi sono stati i miei costi, ok? Seguendo questa e quell'altra strategia e così via. Non ho idea di quanto durerà questo progetto, perché toglie via tempo a attività remunerative. Questo lo faccio solo perché mi interessa promuovere questo stile di vita e questo modo di concepire il lavoro, che è rischioso, si parlerà di questo, è difficile. L'idea è di far capire alle persone che non è tutto rose e fiori, come molti fanno apparire su YouTube, su Facebook, sui vari social media. Non è solo una questione di piscine o di gite in montagna, ok? C'è molto impegno, c'è molta dedizione, ci sono molte difficoltà. L'idea è di promuovere tutto questo, ok? Le difficoltà, come, con che ricavi, con che costi e così via, con quali sacrifici e così via. E abbiate pazienza se non riesco a essere, come si dice, attivo con molte pubblicazioni, ok? Detto questo, tra poco andrò a incontrare i primi ospiti, che sono Steve e Lisa dagli Stati Uniti, se non erro. Li ho conosciuti qualche settimana fa, nel caso di Steve e Lisa i giorni più recenti, un paio di giorni fa, se non ieri addirittura, e parleremo principalmente di Amazon FBA e dell'importanza di avere dei mentori di riferimento che sappiano davvero il fatto loro e che non siano per l'appunto dei fuffari. Adesso sono le 11:48 del 24 gennaio 2018. Io sono pronto per incontrarli tra 50 minuti circa, per cui adesso stoppo questo video e ripartirò con l'intervista che ovviamente per ovvie ragioni sarà in inglese, in altri casi sarà in spagnolo, in altre lingue, però sistemerò sempre i sottotitoli in italiano, proprio perché l'idea è quella di promuovere tutto questo stile di vita, questa modalità di concepire il lavoro tra gli italiani, perché so che altrove concepire tutto questo è più facile, da noi è un po' più complicato per questioni prettamente culturali, quindi il progetto è indirizzato prettamente agli italiani. Detto questo, vi saluto. All right, now it's recording. All right, so hello, here we are with my first two guests. We got Steve over here.
They know me as Thrifty Steve.
And
I'm Lisa.
hello.
Steve's sister.
Pardon?
Steve's sister.
So basically, this episode is all about mentorship, right? Because this guy over here is an expert when it comes to mentorship. He got an amazing mentor, Rob Fortney. I never had the opportunity to meet him in person. Unfortunately, he basically played a special, super massive role when it comes to the digital nomad scene in Chiang Mai especially, but also worldwide. I used to listen to his podcast while driving to the 9 to 5 a few months ago, and got the chance to reach out to him, send a couple of emails, even on Facebook. He basically asked me if I needed some help to get settled in the city, so really appreciate it, and thank you, Rob, again. And this is the reason why we are here. We want to talk about mentorship, right? So first question for Steve basically is how important it is to have a legit mentor. And when I say legit, I mean, one of those crappy guys who try to sell you courses and stuff like that.
Right.
Please go ahead.
Well, thank you.
All yours.
Sure. Well, I think it's incredibly valuable to have a mentor. Valuable enough to seek it out. That if you're serious about a new endeavor, one of the best things you can do to set yourself up for success is to find a good mentor. Different people learn in different ways. There's people that are really good at digging down and learning by reading and watching their own videos and doing it on their own. I'm more of a hands-on person, and I learn best when someone else is showing me the way. So it was really important for me. But a mentor will also be able to share from their breadth of experience, something you really can't learn by just reading or trying to learn on your own. So I was very willing, when I first started on my journey to become a digital nomad, I was very willing to work and put in the time with a mentor so that he could help me learn as I did. And Rob came, I did not seek Rob out. I met Rob at one of his meetups and was very impressed by, the way he shared knowledge. And after the course that I was a part of dissolved, basically the people who put together the course left, and we didn't finish the course. Rob stepped up and offered us a chance to work with him and for him in exchange for learning under his wing. So it was like the perfect opportunity for mentorship. But I'd say the credit to us is that we were open to mentorship. So I'd say if you put yourself in the mindset that you're looking for a mentor, that you're open to learn, that you don't think you know it all already, that will, or that you're going to be better off by yourself. Because with a skeptical mind, you might be too hesitant to trust someone else, to show you the way. I really it was a leap of faith to work for Rob, but I learned so much and was able to train Amazon just like he did after working with him for just a few months.
Right.
Yeah. He actually got us a client right away that we were working for, and I got to learn Amazon while getting paid, working, under his guidance. So it was an amazing opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. And the amazing part is that you guys were basically living together, right?
Yeah.
That plays a big role, right?
Yeah.
Can you please tell us some story about it, please?
Yeah. So probably, definitely one of the best long-lasting gifts that Rob gave to us was he gave us the vision of being a team together, working and living together. Because up until that point, we were meeting at a coffee shop, working in the back every day, using their Wi-Fi. And sometimes it was good, depending on how many people were there. Sometimes it was bad. We had to pay for coffee and smoothies every day just to use it, and it was also kind of a hassle to get there. And so Rob gave us the vision of having a house where we could work together, and that's thinking small would be, just get a house where we can work together. His vision was big. It was like, work together and you will attract other people. And the huge part of this hugely special part of the tribe that we created was not just the initial 5 that we started with, but more and more people started joining us. We had fresh ideas all the time. And the nomad community is very transient. Yeah. Not everyone stays put in one place for a very long time. There's people moving in and out. And with the original 5, we, from time to time, we've gone back home or we've gone to other countries. But by having a location where we had the vision of helping other people, we attracted people to us, and they contributed to us, just as much as we contributed to them. So we had we fostered this attitude, like Rob taught us, of giving without the expectation of getting in return. And we did that, and in the return that we got is we built this huge community. And I'm still reaping the rewards of that today.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, this involves not only the in physical interactions, right? In my case, again, never met him, and here we are talking about him. And so this goes to Lisa over here. I wanted her to be part of this first, let's say, episode, whatever, because a few days ago, well, actually yesterday, we got the celebration of life of Rob Fortney, and she was one of the other few guys, probably the second one, with me that never met him in person, but apparently he basically managed to influence your life as well, right? Please go ahead.
Thank you. Yeah, I never met Rob, and I only met him through my brother and through the people that he's lived with and through the people that were at his ceremony yesterday. And, you know, I was telling my brother, even through his picture, just seeing his picture in his living room was enough for me to see what kind of spirit he had. Very happy, very peaceful. It influenced me just seeing his picture. So I thought that was amazing, and that was enough for me to want to speak for him at his ceremony, and just how beautiful it is that it sounds like, especially for my brother, who means a lot to me, and I'm seeing how successful he has gotten out here. Mm-hmm. And that makes me really happy that someone was able to guide him like that.
Yeah.
And impact him in such a way.
Absolutely. Let's keep going, because I got a question for both of you right now, which is, I'm gonna steal this one, which is basically started from Rob, right? But in general, speaking about mentorship and stuff like that, what would be, according to you, let's say, at least the first feature, the first characteristic of a person in order to be a legit proper mentor? You know what I mean? So in case of Rob, probably, in my opinion, they're willing to give, right? But please, you know what I mean, right?
Yes. So one thing that I learned through my life is that leadership is about service. I've been fortunate enough to be in a position of leadership many times in my life. I served in the Army, was a platoon leader, later a company commander. I've owned my own business. I had a bar and restaurant, you know, and I was the leader in those roles and other roles. Director for productions in Chicago, theater productions. So I've been blessed to have been a leader many times. And for me, leadership is about service. A lot of people look at being the leader as being the most privileged person or the most important person, right? Yep. But really, you're the one that's serving everyone else. Yep. Everyone has their role to fill, and the leader's role is to make sure that everyone else can do their job. And that means taking care of them, taking care of their well-being, you know, looking after them. And to create a team, you need to make sure that everyone on your team is taken care of as the leader. So I think the giving nature of Rob made him a perfect leader. Another aspect of his leadership was inspiration. He had a way to really put into feelings, though, what he was experiencing. Just talking to him about a story, about like what he went through, what he achieved, you could feel his joy with him. Right. You could feel his nervousness with him. He just had this way of explaining and sharing with others his emotion, and that goes a long way. So he was very inspiring.
Yeah. All right, so we got at least one feature of the ideal mentor, right? I will also say that credibility will probably be a nice feature, right? Meaning that you will find out really soon, right? Because this lady over here, she's brand new when it comes to digital income and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Good luck with that, by the way.
Thank you.
So, in my opinion, I don't know, the state of the art, you say this in English, the state of the art of mentorship online, but in Italy, and this is one of the main reasons why I'm shooting this video, in Italy there are lots of guys who pretend they know, you know what I mean? So I don't know, Rob obviously knew what he was doing, but in my opinion, credibility is super important, and you will probably need to check those guys who will show you results. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Of course, you have your brothers here, so you're pretty lucky, but...
Very credible.
Yeah, but be careful out there. So what would you check at first when you find when you try to find a mentor? You know what I mean? What are your thoughts about this?
Well, I agree with the credibility. In some way, I would be asking around. I'd be looking around, looking them up, seeing, just kind of using my, just observing what I see about them and how they've expanded.
What do other people say?
What other people say, right? Yeah. If this person is considered a loyal person, that's the first word that popped into my mind when you asked about a trait of a mentor. It's a loyal person, somebody that continues to show up for you and is patient with you in your learning process, and just open and willing to be there for you until you understand it. Not just like, oh, they're not getting this, just leave them hanging. But like you were saying, everyone has different ways of learning, and
Absolutely.
it's exciting.
Pardon?
It's exciting.
It is, right? It is. Do you feel you need to add anything?
I can add this.
Yes, please.
Sure. I think another part of it is a good mentor should be discerning enough to know what he or she wants. So, and by that I mean they have to let you know your value to them. It cannot be just a one-way street. You have to be willing to contribute to your mentor as well, and to your mentor's vision. And someone who has good credibility, but just tries to do everything for everyone is not going to be effective. So I think that so the two parts of that would be the mentor has to be discerning and be very clear about what they expect out of you as a new person. And as a new person, you have to be willing to give of yourself to the mentor and to your mentor's vision.
Absolutely, that makes sense, right? It's like giving back to your mentor, right?
It's not just a one-way street. It's really, it gave me joy to see that I was actually contributing back to Rob and his business, and wasn't just taking and learning all on my own. It made me feel good about what I was doing, and it made me feel like I had offered value.
Yeah, absolutely. Makes sense. Makes lots of sense. All right, so we got another feature. We got the willing to give, willing to give him back. Let's say if you're his or her trainee, and of course credibility, right? So I suppose, correct me if I'm mistaken, I suppose that back then when you met him, he probably show you some results, right? He saw you some numbers, right? I assume.
Sure.
Yeah.
You mean his business?
Yeah.
His so Rob's credibility wasn't just in the amount of money he made on his products. Really, the most credibility he had was he had helped so many people launch successful products. So those are the numbers that you know. Yeah. So he had numbers of like, I helped this guy earn $84,000 in his first year doing Amazon FBA. That's an impressive number for someone who's just starting out. You know,
exactly.
I helped another person sell their business and make over $100,000 in the sale of their business. Because one of the things Rob preached was not just creating an Amazon business, but then selling it and using that investment money to invest in more products later on. So, it wasn't just his numbers, but it was the numbers of those that he had helped.
Yeah, there is a saying. I think saying is the right word we have in Italy, but I assume it's universal. The saying is basically the amount of success of your trainees is basically what makes you a good mentor. Does it make sense?
Definitely.
Yeah. All right, cool. So let's say again, willing to give, right? Credibility, willing to give him back, the success of your students, of your trainees, right? So let's say an Facebook advertisement pops up in front of you, and you will realize that you will see a lot of Facebook advertisement about mentorship and stuff like that, Lisa, right?
Yes.
You will probably start asking around, right? what other actions would you think you would do in order to discern? I mean, in order to pick that person instead of other person. Of course, you got your brother, but that's just hypothesis. What would you do?
Yeah. I would like to.
Yeah, go ahead. No, doesn't matter.
I would like to meet the person. You know, I wouldn't just be about the Facebook ads. Yeah, I would like to contact them and see if I can meet them.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Kind of simple, right?
Yeah. See if we vibe.
Right. Thing is, we are in this whole digital bubble, so we tend to forget about meeting people flesh and bones.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, right.
Makes sense.
Absolutely. That was a good one. All right. Anything else to add, man?
Sure. Yeah, I think. I know, right? Is this one of these lavalier mics you're supposed to put on your your shirt? Yeah. This is nice. No, it's great. It's great.
It works.
It does work. Yeah. I think a true mentorship relationship is not going to be something you pay for through a Facebook ad, right? Yeah. When you purchase something like that, that's a product or service, and there are great mentors out there who offer, like Rob taught courses that he sold, and he had people pay for guidance and all that stuff. But that is not a true mentor relationship. You know, it's if you're seeking a mentor, when you're seeking a mentor, you're seeking to, like I said, have a symbiotic relationship where you're giving to them and they're giving to you as well.
Yeah.
That's all I would say. And it's not. There's nothing wrong with purchasing a course. I actually, before I met Rob, I purchased a course it was an in-person course, and learned from others who were already successful in the digital nomad world, and that course was immensely valuable. And in fact, that's where I first met the five of us that first worked with Rob. That's where we met. And it was when that course dissolved, and even though we paid $300 and they didn't finish the course, we already felt we got our money back just because of the start that we got. But then Rob stepped in, and then that was more of a true mentor relationship.
Yeah, and thank you for highlighting the fact that buying courses, it's not like getting a mentor. There are two completely different things. So, for instance, there is this website which is Udemy, all right, in which basically you will be able to find lots of different courses, which is fine, of course, kind of easy, right? You buy it, or sometimes they're free or really cheap, right? But again, it's not like having a legit mentor, right?
Yeah, it's not the same.
Yeah, and because that one would be the easy way. You just sit in front of your computer, and that's pretty much it. Which brings me to the other point, which is how bad you want it, right? So let's say that you find, for whatever reason, internet research, friends that talk to you about this or that person, you find your potential mentor, right? But let's say she or he lives far and far away. That's probably, in my opinion, the moment when you realize if you want it bad, or you just kind of want it. Because if you just kind of want it, you will never buy the ticket to fly to that mentor. You know what I mean? Right. Does it make any sense?
Right. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah,
I do agree.
Some mentors for you.
So for me, my mentorship has looked like people that have helped me just with life in general, kind of mentors. My teachers that have guided me from dark places in my life and helped me build my life. So Celeste Holly actually comes to mind. She is somebody that has been a big part of my life for the past few years, and she's always been there for me, and we've kept in touch when she would be out of state. If I needed help with anything, right, I'd call her. Yeah. We'd keep in touch.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It is, right?
Thankfully, she's always been nearby, but we've traveled together too, which is nice. Yeah, she's been a close friend of mine.
All right. So basically, in my opinion, you wanna, like you said, you wanna meet the person face to face, right? And follow her or follow him, yada yada yada. Which means you might wanna fly from the States to Southeast Asia, right? Which is also your brother's story, right? And hopefully yours in a few months, a few years.
Yeah, I am open to that. As soon as I'm done with school in a year, just gonna get my massage therapy license, and I can go wherever with that. Yay!
And good thing about you, your brother and sister, so you have this.
I got my bro. You be my mentor.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's official, right?
How beautiful! Thank you.
No problem.
All right,
It's easy.
I have good hands. Yeah. Very loyal, very patient. I trust him. We vibe, right?
I can tell that. Yeah. So, Steve, when did you start this whole digital thing? You were already here? I mean, you just got here and then started, or you started back in the States? Please.
Sure. I knew I was going to move to Chiang Mai before I ever started any of my online businesses. And I moved here specifically to learn about it. And in the meantime, I realized I could be trying to learn this stuff on my own back home. But I said, you know what, I purposely did not learn anything about FBA or any digital nomad stuff before I came, because I didn't want to waste my time. I wanted to wait until I was immersed in here, and I knew I would be able to get the help I needed. That's a different approach than some people have. Some people aren't comfortable making a move until they have a business already going. But I was fortunate enough to have money saved that would get me through that process. So I think everyone has a different situation, right? If you don't have money saved, it could be much more risky to just move to a foreign country hoping to get mentorship. But I will say many people have done it and succeeded. Many people have also done it and ended up not succeeding. But the thing about it is, what happens if you don't succeed? Let's say you come here and spend 6 months or a year trying to get a business started and you don't. Well, you just spent 6 months or a year in Thailand, exploring, giving your best, trying something, Success doesn't come by just waiting for things to happen to you. You have to go out and get it. And I don't encourage people to make rash decisions, but if you're feeling the pull, just realize that there's many people willing to support you, help you. Just take that step forward and go for it.
Yeah, exactly. The good thing about this whole, I'm gonna drop everything, quit everything, and just move abroad and try it, even though it's risky. In my opinion, it forces you to get the job done, no matter what. Right?
Totally.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it might be risky, and it is, but if you put in the work, it is exciting, right?
You put away the pros and cons,
Yeah. Have you ever thought about this, Lisa?
Not until now.
All right.
Literally.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this morning, really. I mean, since I've been visiting here this past couple weeks, I've been
How long have you been here?
About a week and a half.
Yeah.
And it's been amazing. I love it here. And so I've been thinking, I want to come back here for sure when I'm done with school and spend more time out here. And then learning more about all this morning, I'm thinking I'm interested in learning more about what you're doing with all of this, and that could be an opportunity for me also. So. Because
apparently Lisa has this super brother who's in this whole digital thing for a while now, like
1 year.
All right, 1 year. But she just starting out right now, asking questions and so on, which makes everything easy right now.
Yeah.
Will be easy, kind of easy, not that easy, but still.
Easier,
right?
Yeah. Easier. I'm very grateful for that.
I would say that we can go with the last 2 questions or something and close it, because it was really good, I would say. The final question would be just a small introduction about Amazon FBA, please, if you could, because people over there back in Italy, they probably never heard about it, or just a little bit.
Yeah.
So please, just some sentences here and there, please.
Okay, you might have heard of drop shipping and Amazon FBA, and those were the two big internet business models that I heard of before I moved here. There's other stuff that people are doing. In fact, people are doing any number of businesses, but those, let's say those are the big two, right? And the way I like to explain it is drop shipping is you have to create your own store, you have to create your own traffic. Amazon FBA, you already have a store called Amazon, which is very popular in the United States and other countries as well now.
Yep.
But you also have your own traffic coming to it already, right? With Amazon FBA, you have to purchase the inventory in advance and store it in a warehouse. And when a customer on Amazon makes a purchase and they purchase product from your listing, Amazon packs and ships the product for you, even handles customer returns, so that you never have to handle the inventory. With drop shipping, it's different. You don't own any inventory at all. You put up Facebook ads and different kinds of ads to drive traffic to the store that you build. And when someone purchases it, you get the money, and you take some of that money and buy the product and have it shipped to them right there. So you never hold the inventory. It's actually shipped directly from somewhere else to the customer. So what I like to say is, if you're choosing between those two big things, if you have money to invest, then Amazon FBA is a quicker thing to learn and get started on. If you don't have money to invest and you have more time to invest in learning all the skills it takes to make dropshipping successful, then you might go with dropshipping instead.
Yeah, totally agree. Totally agree. When I found out about this whole Amazon FBA, I had to, no, I will start with drop shipping because I needed the cash to invest, right? Probably this is the strongest downside when it comes to Amazon FBA, right? All right, cool. Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
So maybe you want to start out with something else. I don't know. Let's see. You got your mentor
we'll see
over
where
here.
I'm at in a year.
Yeah,
or less. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah. How much do you think is the minimum amount of money you need to start a Amazon FBA, if there is any?
Yeah, there's definitely a minimum. I've seen, let's say this right off the bat. Rob Fortney would not work with any clients. He would offer one-on-one partnerships, right, for a percentage of their business, but he didn't work with any clients unless they had a budget of $10,000 US, right? That's pretty high. The lowest I've seen people saying that they could get started on FBA for is $1,000, and it can be done, but it really, really limits your options. I'd say that you can get started on Amazon FBA with $2,000 or $3,000 if you're smart about it, but it's better to have $5,000 or $6,000.
All right, that's really good to know. That's really good to know. So basically, you buy the inventory from.
You buy the inventory usually. So you'll be sourcing your one of the first step is product research, where you find out what you're selling. Then you're going to source your product, and China is a very popular area because of all the manufacturing that goes on there. Then you need to make sure you have money left over for pay-per-click campaigns. In order to be successful, you're going to have to market. You cannot make money without marketing unless you choose very, very small niches, which is another option. But you definitely, if you want to do Amazon FBA correctly, then you want to make sure you have enough money to buy the product and to market it.
Is it the Amazon PPC that expensive in the US like Google AdWords is?
Not necessarily. It depends on your niche. It's all different, but you probably want to make sure you have. I think the rule of thumb is about 50% of the cost of your inventory is as a reserve for PPC. So let's say I can source this product for $2,000, right, and get let's say 200 pieces shipped to the US, right? Wonderful. You better have another $1,000 for PPC.
All right. That's a really nice tip, right? All right. And last but not least, Lisa, as I would tell you, before starting this video, we were talking right here while Steve was somewhere over there. You were talking about the niche selection, right?
About the what?
The niche selection.
Select your category.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What to sell?
All right, all right.
Yeah.
Do you have any grasp already about it? A little bit?
What I would want to sell?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
No, I'm not asking you about your niche, which is something that you don't wanna tell.
Oh, okay.
Trust me.
Interesting.
But I'm saying, did Steve give you already
Oh
some?
yeah. Yeah.
Did I teach you how to do your proper niche selection? I don't think I did yet.
No, not quite. Not.
Oh,
I mean, I wouldn't be able to like tell you how to do it. I don't know how to do it.
Oh.
Yeah, but yeah. I would like to know.
One piece of advice I would give anyone starting Amazon: never start with a product. Don't say I want to sell these cup holders on Amazon, or I want to sell, these these iPad case covers, or I want to sell these power surge protector outlets or whatever. Never have a product in mind. What you want to do is you want to do product research and find the right product to sell. So anytime someone comes to me and asks me, hey, I really want to sell this product, should I sell it on Amazon? My answer is usually no. Or I might alternatively say, have you researched it on Amazon? Like, did you discover this by just finding it through the regular research process? It's not about creating a product that you're going to sell. It's about finding the right niche first and then selling a product within that niche.
Which also applies to other business models, such as, let's say, Amazon affiliate or affiliate marketing. I made a huge rookie mistake a few years ago. I was into a niche because I was super passionate about it, right? But back then, and still now some sort of way, well, now it's different, but back then I didn't have any kind of mentor that told me, fuck off, you don't want to pick this niche, right? Because it's not profitable, right? So you might want to go deep into your niche selection since you have your mentor here. But again, if you don't have a mentor that can drive you and lead you within all the steps, you will be like wasting time at least, or money, probably both of them. Definitely both of them, right?
Oh no.
Probably both of them. So that's pretty much it, guys. It was a nice talk.
Exciting.
Yeah, you gotta be fun.
Thank you for introducing me to this, guys.
Yeah, welcome
Awesome.
to the club, right? Welcome to the club. All right, guys. One more thing. You guys, you are from the US. I didn't introduce you properly.
Oh yeah.
But you guys, you are from the US, right?
That's right.
You are based in Arizona. She's all right. All right, you are based in Arizona, but you were born
In Wisconsin.
the both of you, right?
I was born in Chicago.
All right, that's confusing.
Close to Wisconsin.
All right, cool. All right, which means basically Midwest, right?
Yes. Midwest.
All right, and then
Both Midwesterners.
yay, love the states. All right, do you have any blogs or stuff like that you want to promote, your Instagram or Twitter or whatever? Please go ahead. Ladies first this time. Do you have any Twitter account?
I'm on Instagram.
Yep.
I'm on Instagram. Look me up.
How do you look you up?
Lisa Wojciechowski 1111.
How do you spell that?
All right, let's
Spell it.
So it's LisaWojojo 1111.
all right,
Wojciechowski.
111.
Yeah. 1111.
that's a
Yeah,
nice
look me up. Woo.
Instagram handle. What about you, bro?
All right. Mine's very simple. It's Thrifty Steve. Thrifty Steve. That's on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel. Check it out. I talk about living on a budget here in Chiang Mai. How to get great deals on apartments, on food, and then I just do some of my adventures around town. And then you can also find me on Facebook, Thrifty Steve.
Yep.
There you go.
And that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Do your regular YouTube, Facebook stuff like YouTube. I don't know, really. Not really expert right now, but thank you for watching and thank you guys for, taking the time, right? Because time is definitely the ultimate resource. Every person in the world has just 24 hours. Yep, right. So thank you for giving me your time, right?
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hey, cool.
I really appreciate it.
All right, man.
Thank you. And that's pretty much it.
Bye.
Bye.